When are we going to break higher on MATIC? That's a question that I think we can try to answer today, and we'll do so by taking a look first at the daily chart for MATIC. You can see MATIC had a nice run up, just like many other coins did from October. It was around 0.50 in October, and it doubled, reaching a high of a little over $1 back in, what's that, the 27th of December. But ever since then, like other altcoins, we've seen this downward trend caused by lower lows and lower highs. This trend line right here shows the pattern very well. Here's a high, here's a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and so far generally a lower low. If not lower, it is at least equivalent. So price is compressing down, which is the definition of a downtrend, and also shows that we have downward pressure in the market. Other coins have downward pressure. It is not unique to MATIC. ADA, Ethereum, Doge, VET, Avalanche, Solana, and I could go on and on. That just shows that there's downward pressure across the altcoins. MATIC is not unique. Part of that means that it's not just MATIC itself that has to go up, it's the temperature in the crypto market has to change. Much of the temperature is being set by Bitcoin by falling out of this channel that it had been in since December, this channel that was slightly upward rising and grinding higher. This is when the ETFs were approved and the high from that. And ever since then, it has crashed down to the bottom of the channel. It has fallen out of the bottom of the channel. It has tested almost 40,000. And I do believe we're eventually going to get a close below 40,000 and enter this range of 38 to 40,000. Whether we do it on this bounce off the trend line and down, whether we go higher to 44 or 45,000 in the breakdown, I just feel like we're going to be in this range before we ever start testing the high of this channel again, mainly just because of the magnificent rise we've seen in Bitcoin and the altcoins across crypto the last several months. You just have to expect we're going to experience a correction, a retracement, a pullback, whatever term you want to give it, that you have to expect we're going to experience that after these fantastic gains we've seen in the crypto market. So back to MATIC. That's where I believe the pressure is coming from, is from Bitcoin and just the general correction of the crypto market. But you can definitely see with your own eyeballs this very important level of 0.73 to about 0.80. I don't have to explain what you're seeing. You're seeing a lot of choppiness when we enter that range, a lot of buyers every time price enters that range where we get pushed back up. But I liken it to standing in front of a door and kicking it. The more times you kick the door, the better chance there is of knocking it down. And this door has been kicked once, twice, 3, 4, 5 separate occasions with us not making continuous highs. So that's more downward pressure. It's more indication of downward pressure. And if something doesn't change to change the temperature of the market, I think we're just going to eventually slide out of the bottom of that 0.73 and start looking at this 0.75 to 0.73 range. I could be wrong. How will you know if I'm wrong? The first step you've got to do to make a higher high is you've got to break out of this trend line. That is, you have to just get a close out here somewhere. It can't be a spike and then right back in. That's not helpful. It needs to be out and stay out of the trend line. Even price rising above the trend line and continuing to fall down and then bouncing off of here would be fine if we saw something like this, this, and then this. Be fine, perfectly fine. But you got to get out of that trend line. If you don't get out, it will, and you need to keep this support. If you don't keep the support, that is, we fall below it, right? If price ranges down here, then not only do you have to break out of the trend line, let's do it this way. Not only do you have to break, if price gets here, not only do you have to break out of the trend line, but then you've got to capture that support that you lost, okay? So you've got to get above here and stay as well. So there's some work to do in MATIC. I still feel like we've got the downward pressure here. I don't feel like the Bitcoin fall is complete. I think we've got some more correction to do. I think you'll get a sympathetic move out of MATIC and many of these other altcoins during that correction. And for MATIC specifically, I think this is the next area we're headed between 0.65 and 0.73. Here's how you know I'm wrong. We close above the trend line and start rebasing for a move higher. If that happens, I will gladly eat crow. I'd like to be wrong. I don't like making these videos. I'm pro crypto, pro MATIC, pro Bitcoin. I want things to go up, but even on the coins I own, I've been calling for lower lows like ADA. I mean, look, it just looks to me like a bounce back up into that and a fall further down. I don't want to see that, but that's just what I'm seeing by the structure that the market is printing. So I have to assume that's going to happen until it tells me it's not. And that's what we would be looking for, is a break outside of this trend line. So that's my outlook on MATIC. Stay with me. I'll keep you updated on MATIC. It's one of the coins I keep everyone updated on. And so new videos will be coming out. Be sure to subscribe and keep up with the price with me. Until then, be careful, be safe, and trade wisely.